Finesse, Kawal, Kawal, Finesse, novice, Kawal, Finesse. Just ducking down the wall
as I'm running to a check. Just a youngin' tryna ball like I'm hooping through the net. I finesse, Kawal,
You don't know what it is. It's your girl just came in. I'm out here, and if you're new to my channel, welcome. And if you're a subscriber, I really appreciate the love and support. I think I'm just about at 500 subscribers, so thank you so much for always tuning in and subscribing to my channel. And for today's video, what I'm going to be talking about is my experiences in Korea. Particularly, I'm going to be talking about being black in Korea. I don't know if I can really connect my experiences of what has happened to me based on the fact that I'm black, but there are certain things that obviously I think happened because I'm black, but also some things might have just happened simply because I'm a foreigner in Korea. So I don't even know where to really start. I think I'm just going to freestyle it and start with like the typical things that might have happened to me, or people staring at you. Me personally, when I first came to Korea, I kind of felt like, oh man, like people hella staring at me, but now I think I kind of become like immune to it. I don't really notice it that much, but when I'm out with my other friends, they'll notice it. They'll say things like, yo, Kim, do you ever think like people be looking at you? I'm just like, nah, I don't really notice it that much. But they're like, no, they are. And one time I was talking with one of my friends, just telling me like, oh my gosh, like, don't you find it hard that people always be looking at you? Like, isn't it not weird? So I asked her, like, roughly out of like 10 people that walk by, how many do you think is looking at me or staring at me? And she like said some highball number like 7, which I don't know. I find that kind of unlikely for me because honestly, I just try not to, I just move around, man. I'm not even trying to be paying attention to like, yo, is that person looking at me? Is this person looking at me? Because I'm not even trying to be like paranoid out here. I do catch people looking at me. And like when they do look at me, I kind of just look at them and they're looking at me and I'm looking back at them. It's like, I see you looking at me, and like they see me looking at them, but it's just like, okay. And then sometimes they kind of like, oh shoot, like, and they get all embarrassed and they stop looking. So that's for staring. I guess if you're black and you come to Korea, or if you're a foreigner and you come to Korea, like people are gonna look at you, like, I guess, because I mean, to be honest, everywhere you go, everyone is Korean, so, or Asian, so I mean, they're gonna look at you. And secondly, people have talked about, I guess, randomly people coming up and touching their hair or touching them. I would say that that has never happened to me ever. I lied, I guess, is when I'm in school and the really younger kids, they will try to touch my hair. But they're like in like 1st or 2nd grade. So, I mean, they're children. Just someone on the street or like on the bus or on the subway, that has never happened to me. But I have had people ask me if they can, I guess, touch my hair. So they haven't just approached me randomly and just be like, oh, I'm just gonna touch your hair, or like they're in close proximity to me and they're just like, oh, I'm gonna touch your hair. But my friends or someone that I know, or even some of my older students, have been like, oh, can I like touch your hair? Because they're curious. So I guess that curiosity is still there, but I've never had someone like be super rude about it, like, oh, just randomly like, oh my gosh, like touch my hair. So I haven't really experienced anything like that. I've experienced though very like funny questions. Just I had my hair braided on the side and my friends just asked me like, whoa, like where did you get your hair braided, or where did you, like, how much did you pay, like, can I get my hair like that? And I'm just like, my friend did it and like she's black. And they're like, whoa, can all black people braid hair? And me, not knowingly, I'm just like, yeah, like a majority of black people, I didn't say a majority, but I said, yeah, a lot of black people know how to braid hair. And they're like, okay, then you do my hair. I'm just like, oh, I know how to braid hair. I don't know how to take care of my hair. Like, I don't even put any products really in my hair. I'm surprised I still even have hair. My hair is not natural. So I'm like a really bad example of just like when it comes to being a black girl and hair care, because I know nothing. A lot of stereotypical questions, I guess. Why is your hair straight? I thought like all black people had like curly hair. I'm like, well, hair is not curly because I get it permed. I get it chemically permed, chemically straightened. So that's why my hair is not curly, and they're just like, oh wow, like I didn't know that. So crazy things they've heard about like black people's hair. Like one time somebody told me when you straighten a black person's hair with the iron, it releases some kind of like chemicals in the steam, so they have to wear like those face masks like when you have a cold. I'm just like, what, bro? Who told you that? And you're just kind of like, I don't know who told me. I just like heard one time. But within her asking that question and like kind of my reaction like, oh, who told you this? She kind of clicked. I guess after she said it out loud to me, she kind of thought to herself, well, that's kind of ridiculous. And she kind of said like, well, now that I say it, it's ridiculous. And she's like, I don't know why I even thought that in the first place. In terms of being myself, going around out and about in Korea, I don't really know if these things would be because I'm black or just because I'm a foreigner. Like I said in one of my previous videos, like shopping, sometimes I'll go shopping and you know they're supposed to say like, oh, so sale. Sometimes I'll go there and they just won't say anything. They're just kind of like, whoa, foreigner, whoa, black girl, maybe, I'm not too sure. But on the other end, I've had people really want to talk to me. For example, I went and bought some shoes literally last weekend, and the guy, he just spoke to me in English right off the bat. Where are you from? I'm like, I'm from Canada. You don't know what it is, represent Six Side. And he's like, wow, I have a friend, they're going to Canada for working holiday. You know, he was curious about things, but he kept it really nice. He didn't ask anything crazy. He wasn't unusual, you know, he wasn't odd. He was really normal, and you know, he was really nice. So at the same time, I don't know why he wanted to talk to me. I don't know if because it could have just been because I am a foreigner, not necessarily that I'm black. In other situations, even literally just yesterday, someone at the bus stop, she was just like, hey, where are you going? Where are you from? So random, like she didn't ask my name or anything, she just wanted to talk to me. And often people do just want to talk to me. Because I'm in Jeju, they just straight up speak to me in Korean, and I know how to answer them because they really ask like literally the same 5 questions. Where are you from? Where are you going? What are you doing in Korea? Where do you live? And do you know how to take the bus? And stuff like that. And I mean, everyone has been pretty nice to me, I would say. That when you're a foreigner in Korea, I would say like on my island, if you're black in Korea, like 5 black people on my whole island. So when you go to restaurants, like some of the people that work there or owners, yo, they're amped. Like even though it seems like ignorant, like, oh wow, foreigners eating my food, oh man, isn't it too spicy? Like, how are you eating it? Oh my gosh, it's like everything's amazing. How are you using chopsticks? Oh my gosh, everything's amazing. I personally don't take offense to that because for me, before coming to Korea, I did not eat Korean food. So I didn't ever use chopsticks. Everything's new to me. So for them to be surprised that I can eat it or I could do this, I can eat spicy things well, I can use chopsticks well, like I'm shocked myself because I've never even eaten Korean food before coming here. So everything I've eaten here has been a new experience, and for me myself, I'm surprised that I even like it. I don't take offense to it like, oh wow, like of course I can eat Korean food, of course I'm good at Korean, of course I can use chopsticks, obviously I can, just because, well, I don't take it like that because everything I have done here has been a new experiences and I surprise myself. So if they're surprised, I'm surprised. Trying to get at throughout this video is the fact that my mindset is I don't really get offended by a lot of things easily here, because I know if I did, it'd be like I'd have a hard time living here, and I don't want to have a hard time living here. So I just try to keep everything light. I try to keep everything like open-minded. It's like I like to give people the benefit of the doubt like one time, but like if I'm giving you a benefit of doubt and like you still are just ridiculous and ask them like pretty ignorant questions, it's like, all right, like, you know, I had enough. But like if you're willing to have an open mind, I'm willing to have an open mind and give you the benefit of the doubt as well. I'm trying to think of things that bad that has happened to me. Actually, something I guess bad that happened to me recently was the weekend before Halloween. We were going to head out to a party. It was kind of late. I would say not that late, around 10:30. Downstairs of my apartment, there was a guy chilling in front of a convenience store, and he saw me and my friends, And me and one of my friends were clearly foreigners because we're obviously have a darker complexion, and the rest of my friends were of like Asian descent, and one was wearing face makeup, so you couldn't really tell he was foreigner or not because he was in a costume. But he just kind of yelling out things like, oh, where are you from, where are you going, and re-te-te, da da da, whatever. And we decided just not to answer him because he seemed to be intoxicated. Like, man was smashed, like slumped outside the CU. So whatever, we just decided to ignore him. And my friends went into the store and I stayed outside with my other friend who my attention. And how he decided to go about getting my attention was he just started calling me like, hey, black. Hey, black girl. Black, black. Hey, black, this. And for me, I'm like, wow, like, you're wild. Like, friend Ming, yo, she got so cheesed. Like, she's like, yo, Kim, do you want me to beat him up? Bro, I'll beat him up, yo, come on, man. Like, she was cheesed. Like, she's like, yo, that's not cool. She's like, yo, are you okay? Oh my god, I'm pissed. Like, she was more pissed than me. You know, at that time, I was just thinking like, yo, who is this guy? Like, he's smashed, he's slumped in front of a CU. Like, I don't really care about his opinion. But at the same time, I was like, wow, I was shook. Like, first time something like that has ever happened to me. So I was just kind of like, wow, like, wow. I don't know why he decided that was really appropriate or not. You know, we were trying to head out, we were trying to go out, so I wasn't really trying to be salty. But yeah, my friend, she was so pissed. She was like pissed for me. Another time where something like that kind of happened was one time me and my friend, my boy Shane, yo, you done know Shane. He's a black guy, and obviously we were both together waiting at the bus stop, and there was a camera crew and I guess a news anchor. They're filming, I guess, the daily news in the bus stop, waiting, and I guess you can see us in the frame. Okay, so the lady, the news anchor, comes over and she's just like, can you like move over there because we only want Jeju people in the frame, like in the picture. And I was just like, wow. So like we moved, but like my boy Shane, like, he wasn't too upset about it. I wasn't too upset about it. I was more of like shocked, only because she said like, oh, we only want like Jeju people in the frame. But at the same time, I'm like, yo, it's just like, why would it matter whether or not we're in the background of a shot of you talking on the news? Like, that's dumb. I feel like I haven't really experienced a lot of negative aspects of living in Korea. A lot of things have been really positive for me, but for the main part, I would say like, yo, being black in Korea is lit. Like, for me, that is, because I feel like I can finesse and Kawal and finesse. No, I'm joking, but one time I finessed getting to see Hayes, and Hayes is like this really popular Korean singer now these days, but happened to be in Seoul at that time, in Myeongdong, and she was doing like a shoe signing, and apparently you needed to buy her shoe to like go and meet her, like a meet and greet type of thing. And like, obviously I knew who she was. I was like, oh shoot, she's here, what? And I was like, yo, I want to see her. And the guy was like, oh, you need to buy a shoe. And I was like, no, I'm not buying a shoe to like go see her. I mean, maybe if the shoe was lit, but there were like some ugly, dusty like Reebok shoe, and I was like, no, like, that's not even sick. So he's like, oh, you know her? I was like, yeah, I know who she is. She was like on Pretty Rap Star. And he's like, yo, wait just a second. And he came back and he brought me a ticket, and I was like, jeez, that's sick. Like, I got the foreigner privilege, like, and I was the only person that was a foreigner up in there, and not let alone the only black person up in the line waiting to see Hayes. Wow. So I got to take a picture with her, and yeah, and I really think that had to do with the fact that I was a foreigner, why he was willing to get me a ticket to go see her without buying the shoe. I haven't had, obviously I've had a little bit of a hard time living in Korea, but I think I live a little bit more comfortably because I have that mindset of just not taking everything to heart. Like, I like to take things just lightheartedly. I don't like to get upset about everything. I like to be open-minded. Like, I'm gonna give these people or some people with, I'm going to give people who want to ask me questions the benefit of the doubt, or give them, you know, have that mindset where I'm open to the questions, and if you're willing to hear the answer, if you're willing to take that answer and change your own mind or what you think after that, then I'm willing to talk to you. I'm not just gonna think like, oh, yo, like, that's offensive, oh, yo, like, that's ignorant, or yo, this is that, and just be upset about everything. I don't really like to carry all that negative energy around everywhere. And me personally, I think the people who have come up to me and people who have spoken to me, people who are my friends, have genuine intentions. My experiences of being black or being a foreigner in Korea, the positivity has outweighed the negativity by far. So I would not like discourage any foreigner or discourage any black person that's wanting to come live here ever. Like, I generally think that in a general sense that the Korean people or people here in general are very welcoming of foreigners. They have been very welcoming of me, I guess, for instance. Although, you know, obviously there are going to be some good things and there's going to be some bad things. There's going to be some rotten apples in the bunch, I would say. So not everyone's going to be perfect, and not every situation is going to be perfect. And, you know, you might get upset. I get upset sometimes. But at the end of the day, I truly believe it's your mindset of how you see things will help you have an easier time living in such situation as being black in Korea or being a foreigner in Korea. So that's all for now. You already don't know what it is. It's your girl, Just Kim Me. If you like my video, give it a thumbs up. And subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos. So you already done know I'm out.
Kawal, finesse, not finesse. Kawal, finesse. Money